Hello everyone and welcome to another game from the EPS. Today we're going to be seeing Monty in the bottom left as the orange Protoss versus Socke as the cyan Protoss in the top right. The map is Derelict Watcher LE. No idea about what that means, or maybe it was ESL. Whatever, I don't know. Anyways, I need to offer an apology to Monty because in my replay list he was right below Tyrantius versus Socke. And I thought that it might have actually been Tyrantius vs. Socke in my, because you see I actually name, when I get a replay, I name it based on the actual player names, not the Smurf accounts that they have. So for example, if Gosu user was playing under a Smurf, as long as I knew that it was him under the Smurf, I would list the replay as being Gosu user versus, whoever. But because I didn't, I thought, or because I had that, and I wasn't quite looking at what I was doing, I thought Monty was a Smurf for Tyrantius, and I'm entirely wrong. I'm really sorry about that, Monty. How can you ever forgive me? I don't know what I was doing, and honestly, I don't know why my screen isn't brighter. That's sort of strange. Anyway, just sort of going through the opening of this, Derelict Watcher is a fairly aggressive map, but surprisingly less so in PvP, simply because this short rush distance is more or less meaningless in a game where, you just warp in anyways. Furthermore, the size of a ramp, not really much of an issue. You're not going to be doing a whole lot of trying to force your opponent back with force fields or walling off because of the nature of Protoss units. This area here can be sort of important, as well as this whole area here. It's very easy to go blink Stalker with this as a third base and cause a lot of damage. On the other hand, this as a third base is a little bit harder to defend in some cases. Your army might be able to be planted here, but there's a whole list of things you could do to make someone's life difficult. Either way, we are going to be seeing this battle get underway, or not the battle get underway, this match get underway. I'm just giving a little bit of a flavor commentary about the map as this goes on. I do think Monty is just a tad bit ahead. It always feels to me like that sort of thing happens occasionally, where one player just seems to be a little bit more ahead. I honestly feel it has something to do with mineral placement and where your probes are, but maybe that's just me. It could be that little bit of probe ahead is why Monty is a little bit ahead in production. That would make a lot of sense to me. And we are seeing a sentry first out of Socke and a much more common Mothership Core and Stalker coming out for Monty. That's an interesting choice. Wonder what he'll be doing with that. For Sentry, slightly less useful in PvP than other matchups, simply because the fact that Zealots, you can force field against them, but Zealot Stalker is still going to be very useful. They're not quite as much like Zerglings where it's just over as soon as you force field. On the other hand, this will prevent any sort of aggression so long as he's paying any sort of attention, which he's a pro player, so he should be. I'm going to say, by the way, this looks to me like a 3-Stalker rush out of Monty, or at least the HOTS version of it. I'm going to be seeing if he's able to pick anything off here. I don't really think so. Sentry, I don't think he really is going to be able to do a whole lot. Though on the other hand, he does have a little bit more DPS than his opponent. That will be making much more of a difference here in this battle. But at the same time, there is the next Stalker going to be coming out here soon. Yeah, he won't be able to do a whole lot here that Socke is not able to return the favor. On the other hand, if Socke loses this Nexus, it's going to be a huge deal as a pylon comes down. Oh my gosh, is that? No, it is not quite a 4-gate, but it's this 3-gate push might be more than Socke is able to stop, especially without losing his Nexus. No, he will be able to save that Nexus, but there's the pylon coming down, and we have 5 Stalkers in the base going to be working away at that Nexus. Socke needs to do something, and quick. No, there's the warp in. He's not going to be able to do much. Yeah, he does have his warp gates up, but he does not have nearly enough And we are going to be seeing the time warp there, but masterfully dodged by Monty. He won't be able to do much, might even lose a Stalker before it warps in. There's the force field on the ramp going, preventing reinforcements from coming up. At the same time, though, you have to wonder if the damage is already done in this matchup. And another big warp and a lot of Stalkers on the field. He almost needs to do another force field. He doesn't quite have the energy. He is able to pick off one or two Stalkers, but they retreat back to the edge, defended by their friends there. Now the only thing you have to worry about is whether or not... Oh, lost a Stalker and wanting something he really can afford. There's the next force field coming down. He is going to want to get an Immortal out ASAP. And where is he spending his money? He certainly has... Oh, he has no gas. That explains a lot. Sentries are not cheap, and let's be honest, he doesn't actually have enough to hold this ramp indefinitely. You need 5 sentries to hold a ramp this size indefinitely. He does not have it. That means he has to rely somewhat on luck. There's the lead. Yep, there goes that one zealot. Seems to be a scouting zealot, though, not much of an issue, as he does begin to build up enough of a gateway to maybe handle his opponent. I don't really know. What we're going to be seeing here, it all depends on if that robotics from Monty starts to do anything, I feel, and whether or not he has the energy to hold off another attack. Or if it even matters if he can hold it off. Sentries don't do very well in open combat, and that was not an Immortal. Oh my gosh, what on earth are you doing? I feel like that might have been a huge mistake on his part. On the other hand, this is a very lightly defended base. There's not really a whole lot Socke can do about it. If Monty does warp in that area, especially if you get some Stalkers on the field, this might be a game changer here, as we do finally have an Immortal coming out. Mothership Corps going to try and scout that out. Might lose it if he isn't careful. And I do worry about those sentries too. He'll be able to block off the entrance and trap parts of Socke's units on the other side. Either way, there's the warp in, out of sight and out of mind. Not a whole lot that Monty is going to be able to do about this now. All of a sudden he realizes, oh no, there's zealots in the main base. Here comes the drop of those zealots. There's a force field there. Where did that force field even come from? Who did that? Where's this? Where on earth is the sentry? I can't even tell. And that is Monty's protecting the sentry there. All of a sudden, looks like there's a battle over here, though. Monty getting the better of it by far. A lot of sentries lost here. On the other hand, a lot of damage being done inside the main base. There's nothing to shoot this warp prism here as it makes its escape down to the bottom there. Only question is whether or not this will matter. Yes, he's destroyed his opponent's economy. Nevertheless, if he is not able to break this front line, the game is over for him, and he should know it. And he doesn't even do all this much damage as I thought. Where's the... Oh yeah, it's Control R. Wow. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. And here's the battle going on over here. Oh, what are we going to be seeing? 20 workers killed, by the way. Just a fantastic amount. The sentry's finally able to enter the battle. I don't know how much it matters, though, as Socke is finally able to push Monty back and take his, I think that's German. And Monty does GG right there, as Socke is finally able to push him back after doing so much damage with that drop. I thought it was risky. Socke thought it was worth the risk. This is why I'm not a pro player. Fantastic game. And this, oh wow, gotta love these things. Either way, it's been FDV with a Deer Egg, bringing you another pro-level cast. Gonna be leaving now and finding another one. Hopefully I won't make the same mistakes again.